it is time for a lot of reviews. One of my goals this year, kind of a resolution for my YouTube channel, is to try to do a better job of letting you know what my thoughts on products are. And that's it for now, man. So what I'm trying to do is get better at that. And I'm just gonna, every once in a while when I have a lot of products to tell you about, hey, Loper. The Loper, we call her the Loper because she's so bad. She knocked over one of our fake trees last night. A huge tree, taller than me, and she knocked it over. Ridiculous. Anyway, so what I'm gonna do is when I have a bunch of products that I have opinions on, things that I've tried out that you've seen me haul, I'm just gonna do a video and tell you about all of them. Just to, you know, get that, you know, elephant out of the room, and people don't have to ask me, what, an elephant out of the room? Anyway, you know, it just, people ask me on Instagram and you know, email and things like that, and, you know, in comments on the haul video, how did that work out for you? I'm gonna do a better job, hopefully, I hope you like this idea, of just letting you know my thoughts on products really relatively fast after I've tried them. So here we go. Without any further ado, I have a basket, or I have a, you know, a whole basket of things to tell you about. So here we go. First up, I talked to you about this last week. This is the Jaclyn Hill Favorites palette from Morphe, and I showed it to you last week, and I used it almost all week. And I used another product that I have to tell you about that didn't work out as well, but this worked out really well. I'm wearing it on my eyes right now. I really had a good time with this palette. I don't know how they make $2 shadows that are this good, because I didn't have any fallout hardly. I didn't have any issues with colors, you know, not showing up well. I didn't have any, you know, colors coming off. Of course, I always use eyelid primer, eye makeup primer, or eyeshadow primer. Yeah, that's what it's called. I always use that, but just no issues. I just had different looks. So much fun with this palette. So definitely a good buy in my opinion. And I believe this was either $36.99 or $39.99. Maybe it was $36.99, something like that. And I follow Morphe on Instagram, and the word is that they're going to do another release of this. So watch out for that. It's morphebrushes.com. So yeah, I really like this palette and used it today and put a little Makeup Geek foiled shadow over top of it. I always have what I'm wearing in the description down below. But yeah, I liked this palette a lot. Something I didn't like that was an eyeshadow. I showed you this recently. This is Maybelline's Color Molten Eye Studio. I got this from Target. It's Endless Mocha number 302. These are the two colors, and let me just tell you, this creased on me no matter what I did. With eye primer, I used this one day, both of these colors, and used powder shadows with them. I thought maybe that would help to get it to stay on my eye. No matter what, it wouldn't stay on my eye, and it was definitely these two. It wasn't the Morphe powder shadows, because they stayed on my eye, no problems. So yeah, I wouldn't buy another one of these. They just kind of didn't stay. The creasing would happen if I mixed them with powder. The creasing would happen later in the day. The day I used these with the Morphe shadows, the creasing happened later in the day, you know, around 5 o'clock when I put my makeup on at like 7. So, I mean, that will get you through the whole day if, you know, a work day, I guess. But yeah, I'm not used to having issues with shadows not staying put. So that was something that I was really disappointed in. I wouldn't buy another one of those.
Go Patriots!
Oh my gosh, really? Oh my gosh. You had to do that, didn't you? This I really liked. This is from L'Oreal. And this is their new, and I forget the name of it already, but this is their stain with the balm on one side, and you'll see this in stores. This is in beautiful displays all over in every store now, that in my area anyway. I got number 213, Continual Crimson, and I love this stuff. You'll definitely see me wearing this in a future video. Here's what it looks like, since I don't remember the name like an idiot. But yeah, I love this. It is very hard to get off though. I will say, I saw one video where someone was saying it was hard to get off, and I was like, I'll be able to get it off, no problem. Yeah, it was hard to get off. I could usually use Philosophy's, what is that stuff? Purity for my lips. I usually get a cotton ball and take off whatever I'm wearing on my lips with Purity. My lips are very, very sensitive and weird about, I can only use a few things to take lip products off my lips, or else my lips blow up and get really gross and, you know, angry and swollen. But I tried the Purity, that didn't do it. I had to use cleansing oil to get this off, and be very, very patient with it and do it a couple times, like 3 cotton balls worth. So it is hard to get off, I will tell you that, but I love it. Okay, the balm was a nice surprise to me because it smells really good. The balm smells really good, and it's fun to touch up through the day. Throughout the day, the color stays put. This red stayed totally put on me, and throughout the day, I would touch up with the balm, you know, whenever I wanted to. I didn't really need to, but I liked it so much because it smelled so good, so I did it. So I like these. I would buy another one of these, even though it's difficult to get off. I thought it was cool. This is something I didn't like. I'm late to the game on this one. I just got it last week, and I gotta tell you, I don't like it. It's the Maybelline Dream Wonder Fluid Touch Foundation in 95 Coconut. I think it would be an okay product. The color matches off for me, which is really weird because usually Maybelline Coconut is a perfect fit for me shade-wise, but this looked super ashy on me. Maybe it's the formula. It dries super fast when you put it on. I had to put it on in sections, like I put some on and then, you know, get it in with a brush and that kind of a thing. I don't like using my fingers too much with foundations, but maybe that would have worked. But the color match is so off. I didn't, you know, end up, you know, after a few days working with it and figuring it out and everything like that, because it wasn't a good color match for me, which is totally weird. It's 95 Coconut. It's totally weird because number 355 Coconut in the Maybelline Fit Me is perfect for me. I really liked this foundation. This is the newer one. It's Matte and Poreless Fit Me, and I didn't like the original Fit Me, but this is a better fit for me. I used this a couple times this week, and I really, really liked it. It was my favorite out of the two. I wore the Maybelline Dream Wonder twice, and it was a really hard road. I didn't really like it, but this I wore the rest of the week and I loved it. This is really good, but I will tell you, as somebody with combination skin, I did have to touch up. Probably after 5 hours, I needed to touch up with this, just minimally in my T-zone. It wasn't that bad. I wonder though in the summer and the spring how this is gonna work though. One day I used it without primer the first day and I had to touch up after 5 hours. And the next day I used my Becca primer that keeps me matte. Oh, that's good stuff. That's like my best mattifying primer. One of my 2 best. And that, it made my, I got an extra hour out of it. I touched up after 6 hours. So I don't know, in the spring and summer, this is, you know, matte and poreless. I don't know how matte and poreless I'm going to stay in the spring and summer with this guy, but I really, really liked it. The color match was fantastic. That's why I don't understand why the other one doesn't work so well for me. And what I used with it, this is the Dream Team. Let me show you the Dream Team. I used this with this. This was amazing. I really, really love the the Black Radiance Soft Focus Finishing Powder. Really, really good. My color is, wait a minute. That isn't the name of the creamy number. Is this Creamy Bronze Finish? Okay, maybe that's my color, 9202 Creamy Bronze Finish. I'm confused. Anyway, I love this. I used this no matter what foundation I was using all week, and it was fantastic. It went with everything. Today I put on my Marc Jacobs and used this all over it after I put my, you know, Marc Jacobs foundation in. So I used it with Marc Jacobs, the other Maybelline that wasn't a great color match, as well as the Fit Me, and this finishing powder is amazing. This is going to be on the top of my vanity. That good. I really, really liked it. I like the pigmentation. It isn't super, super, super pigmented, but it's pigmented enough to just make your foundation and the powder just marry and look amazing on your face. So really good stuff. I highly recommend this. And I heard back from a lot of you when I did the haul on this that a lot of fair skin beauties are using this as a bronzer and loving it. So that's something to consider. If you're of a fair skin tone, consider that for a bronzer. They were raving about it in the video where I hauled that. So I like the Maybelline Fit Me as well. I will definitely, that is right up there to me with my CoverGirl Queen. What is it? 3-in-1? Yeah. That is up there with that. I will definitely, those are my two favorite drugstore foundations. Really good. Let's talk about something I didn't like. The Milani. Milani Fierce Foil Eye Shine. This just doesn't do much for me. It's shiny, it's pretty, it's a little problematic on the lids. It looks really, really great, but you have to place it exactly where you want it to just shine and look pretty and not have it crease on you. which can become an issue. So it's a very, very pretty thing. I would use it on an evening out, you know, in a dark, dark club where you don't have to really worry. I tell you, that's like an evening out with low lights, a romantic meal maybe. That's where I would use this. So yeah, I wouldn't wear it to work, that kind of a thing. I was really scared wearing it to work, and I did, and yeah. But anyway, this, I gotta tell you about this because I hauled this a while ago, but I never told you guys about it. This is the new CoverGirl Lip Lava. This color that I got is number 860 Lavender. Hey, your tail's in my hair. A really, really pretty color. There are a couple issues with this. First issue is that I didn't like the brush, and actually the brush, when I hauled it, I didn't like the brush, but the brush actually isn't that bad. The problem for me is I don't like to feel glitter. I'll let you see the color right there. I don't like to feel glitter on my lips, and this feels like bumpy glitter on the lips. What I will say is it's amazingly opaque. You just start painting your lips with this, you know, the little brush wand, and you can't see your lips anymore. So the color is really good. I just don't like feeling glitter on my lips. That's what makes this a no-no and something I would not purchase again for me. The the Jordana Modern Matte Lipsticks, I loved. I love these. I gotta tell you, I was trying out these Modern Matte Lipsticks from Jordana and the new Milani Matte Lipsticks, and I kind of like the Jordana ones better. This color is, what color is this? Matte Dare. I love this color. I usually don't wear colors like this in videos, but I mixed this with the CoverGirl, and I really liked what I got. If you see, Matte Dare is on the top right there. So I mixed it with the CoverGirl Lip Lava this week, and that was a really, really pretty dark, vampy, don't mess with me kind of girl look. The favorite of the Milani matte lipsticks is definitely Matte Orchid. So I would say both of these, as far as both of these formulas, they really feel nice on the lips. The matte formulas are wearable. The color is just fantastic. That is Matte Orchid at the top. They feel good on the lips. They're kind of, they're not drying mattes, I wouldn't say, especially the Milani. I didn't feel that was drying at all. The Jordana either. They stayed all day, very minimal touch-ups. When you eat, like I had a salad, you know, in the dressing and that kind of a thing, that's the only time I really had to touch up with the matte lipsticks, which I really appreciate. So I'd recommend the Milani as well as the Jordana. I ended up trying 2 of the Milanis and 3 of the Jordanas. So I think I got a pretty good idea. I'll keep trying. I have a lot of different colors. I'll keep trying them, but I have a pretty good idea, I feel, about, you know, how they work. This Jordana eyebrow pencil, Fabubrow, I really liked. Now, when I did the haul for these, I did a different color, but this is the color for me, I think. It's Midnight Brown. It's very dark, so I have to be very careful with it and use it very lightly on my brows because it can appear super dark. And one of the things I was worried about was how would this be. That's the color. I did some swatching on the top there. So that's the color Midnight Brown. I was a little worried about, would the pencil be creamy enough, because it felt kind of stiff when I first started using it, but it is creamy. So it does, you know, after you get that first layer off, it is more of a creamy pencil. So that's good. When you first use it, you might think, oh no, did I get taken? Because it feels really hard, but it definitely does warm up to your skin. Or excuse me, your brows, and you know, melt, and the color, you know, goes on. And I think this is something I'll have for a very long time, just because the color is so deep, and I could end up looking like, you know, Groucho Marx with these. But if you use a light hand, I think I should be fine. But yeah, I was a little worried about it being a little too stiff and not, you know, working that great. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Eye Crayon. Love this. This is really good. I only got one color. This is Resilient Green, and it's really pretty. The only thing with this I'll say is underneath the pretty green color is silver. There's silver mixed in, little silver specks mixed in with the color, which kind of was a surprise to me, and I didn't really figure out until the first time I took it off with makeup remover. I saw the silver that was kind of left behind. So just a little tip, definitely not something you want to use in, or I personally would use in my you know, in the bottom of my eye, like really close to my, what am I saying? what is that called? I can't think of anything today. It's so weird. Yeah, but you know, waterline, like in the waterline, I wouldn't use that just because of that silver. I think that would irritate my eyes. So just be careful, you know, and kind of know the color before you go there with it. But otherwise, it's perfect on the lid. It's beautiful. Great, great pencil. I would buy another one of those. I'm wearing this. This is the Gerard Cosmetics 1995 lipstick. This is, I believe, is the Jaclyn Hill color. I was a little surprised by this. I need to put gloss, and I did today. I put a little bit of Bare Minerals Moxie gloss on with this because this did dry my lips out. Unlike the Milani and Jordana. So this was a little bit of a drier formula to me, something that I definitely felt like I needed to put a little lip gloss on with, but the color is really nice. It's a pretty color. I think it goes with a lot of different skin tones. I mean, it's, you know, a much fairer skin tone than mine, as well as my skin tone, a really, really nice color. So that's what I have on today in this, you know, for this video, with a tiny little bit of Bare Minerals Moxie Gloss. It'll all be down there below if you're curious. This is really nice. This is a new color, and I love these Jordana Twist and Shines. I said in the haul, these are my favorite lip balm sticks out of everyone that I've ever tried. Revlon, everyone I've ever tried. And I loved getting this color. This is Fresh Fig. Really, really good color, and I enjoyed using it. I use this, and I will be using it this week too. I think I'm going to be using the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette again this week because there's still more colors that I have to use, but this was really, really good. And that again is the color Fresh Fig. It reminds me of that really pretty color that Revlon, the lip butters come in, the really pretty deeper one. Is that called something Fig too? I forget, but it reminds me of that. It's just a really, really pretty color, and I like it. One of those I, you know, put in my purse and just, you know, pull out and put on, and it's, you know, you don't need a mirror. I like colors like that. This is from Jordana too. This is the Rouge Romance Color Tint Blush Stick, and I used this, and I really liked it. I wish they had more colors for me that, you know, were deeper. But it's number 11. This looked really nice on my skin. I just kind of popped it on really quick, and, you know, just did my little brush, you know, my little blush brush with it, and it looked amazing. I loved it. I will definitely be using this in the summer. That's when I really like to use cream products on my cheeks. But yeah, there it is right there. A really, really pretty color. I loved it. So guys, that's everything. That's enough, right? Oh my gosh. Woo. See how many things I have to tell you about. So whenever I have a bunch of things like this to tell you about, I'm just going to tell you about them, and we'll do a video like this in our pajamas. Well, I'm in my pajamas, and we'll be done with it. All right? Sound good? Hope so. Have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.